I used to wake up every day a victim of life, constantly thinking about the past, and so focused on how much I was lacking in life and why I'm not happy. It's because of this, it's because of that, all these things that are outside of my power. So this video is about how I fixed that, how I cured my depression. And there's a lot that you can do. There's several different strategies you can work on it in the physical and in the mental, which is more so what I'm going to focus on. And I'm going to share with you the two biggest lessons that I learned that has given me so much peace and has quieted that nagging, gnawing voice. Now, this isn't to say that my life's perfect and it's all sunshine and rainbows and I'm never sad. I never go through periods of little depression. But since then I've learned these and I practice these, I have way more peace in my life. And the depression is different. It's normal to feel depressed. You're going to feel sad. But to stay in that, it's different. So let's dive in. The first lesson that I needed to learn was it's okay not to be happy. It is okay to experience your whole range of emotions. And in fact, it makes you quite human. It makes you quite normal. Because for me, I've had good times in my life, and I've had times where I was way happier. And when I was away from that, I'd constantly think about the past and how I was happier here. And I have this just undue expectation, this illogical expectation, irrational and unfair to myself expectation for me to be happy all the time. And because I was so focused on what I was lacking and how I wasn't happy, it was compounding the negative feelings that I already had, the depression I already had. And if you can accept that it is okay to be depressed and you quit chasing these highs, or you quit chasing, these big memories and these feelings from the past, and you're not so focused on what you're lacking, it'll give you so much peace. And in fact, it might even take all the power out of the depression. It might even cure it. See, when you finally accept that you're not supposed to be happy all the time, you're able to have peace in your life and experience life as a human being. We're not meant to be happy all the time. In fact, if you're depressed, if you're constantly negative, it's like a check engine light. It's showing you that there's something deeper underneath the surface that you need to check, that you need to fix, which leads me to my next point. After you accept it's okay to be depressed and you quit this constant pressure of having to be happy, that'll give you a lot of peace. But you have to take it a step further, because now when you're sad and you're depressed, or you have these negative feelings, the second big lesson that this leads me to is that you are out of alignment with your mind. You are not consciously congruent. What I mean by that is there's this voice in the back of your head that maybe it's not even talking. You just know you're not where you're at in life. You're not where you're supposed to be. And as long as you're not going to the gym when you know you're supposed to, you're not taking care of your health, you're still partying and drinking and doing drugs, you're not going for this job, you're not quitting, you're not doing this, taking this risk, as long as you are not on the path that you're meant to be on, that you know you're supposed to be on, taking the action that you know you're supposed to do, but you're not, the longer that feeling will just nag you. And if you can finally get in alignment with what you know you're supposed to be doing, it makes it so rewarding. It makes you so happy. For me personally, I've been a personal trainer for 4 years now. Yeah, 4 years. And I really wanted to make it big and make this my full-time job and, and grow my business, do what I'm doing now, making content and being very active and productive with it and being dedicated to it. I wasn't doing that. I'd get a couple steps ahead and then I'd start partying, or I'd start getting distracted, or I'd just kind of bitch out and be too nervous. I'd be too focused on having fun versus sticking to the work. And I knew that I was supposed to be doing this the whole time, and it ate me up inside. And I knew as a personal trainer, I wasn't supposed to be overweight. I was overweight. I wasn't fat, but I needed to be leaner, especially if I was going to be a personal trainer. And I knew these things, and they gnawed at me. The longer I went without taking my life more seriously, the more it caused me pain. And that pain showed up in almost getting evicted, tons of debt, a lot of hard lessons that I had to learn. So all that to say, since I've gotten my life in alignment, it's I don't even think about it anymore. I just do. I don't have this constant lack of self-confidence, and my own inner voice isn't eating me alive every day, because I can show up. I've been showing up with a clear conscience. So the two big takeaways is it's okay to be depressed. It's okay to be sad. It's totally normal, except that you're not supposed to be happy all the time. That's number one. Number two, get in alignment with your conscience. Conscious congruency. I learned that from Wes Watson, but the longer you go without taking the steps, taking the actions that you know you're supposed to be taking, the longer you're going to have that gnawing pain, that stress in the back of your mind that colors and poisons the well for the rest of your life. No matter what that is, whatever goal, whatever it is, just listen to yourself, and therein lies the answer. So there's a lot of different directions the video could have went. Hopefully that gave you value. I know there's tons of advice out there, but take those two lessons to heart. And if you got value from this video, like it, subscribe, drop a comment. A little goes a long way. Stay tuned, because every day for the next, I don't know, like 95 days, 96 days, whatever, I'm going to be releasing a video. I'm on 100 videos in a 100-day challenge. So like, subscribe, little goes a long way. Thank you.